but we're starting by talking to a very much-loved member of our This Morning family, and that is, of course, Vanessa.
Well, it has been a very tough week for her, and she's been incredibly honest and open about her split from Ben, and she's here now. How are you feeling?
I think I'm feeling just like anybody else would after the end of a 16-year relationship, which I had my heart and soul in, you know? So I believed wholeheartedly in it. And so when you have to end a relationship, it's very, very hard. I'm feeling it just like anybody else. And I've had so many, honestly, I don't know, it feels like millions of messages, so many from people going through it.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want to minimise in any way what it's like when you're heartbroken. It's horrible, really.
And is it help? We all just want to wrap you up in cotton wool right now and protect you from everything. That's kind of all our instincts.
Thank you.
You are getting so much support. I mean, everybody's literally, I think the
People
whole
have been
country's
amazing,
behind you.
absolutely amazing. And of course, it helps a lot. And also, I can't sleep at all. So reading thousands and thousands of messages from lovely people on Instagram is something to do in the middle of the night, because it's, you know, I'm really finding my real friends, my real family, people I don't know. Yes, it's... And also, God's sake, I'm not alone. And also, I've been through it before. It's not like I'm a stranger to this stuff. I've already had a horrible divorce. So I'm, you know, it's quite familiar, this awful feeling. But I'm absolutely not going to let it grind me down. I'm not. I'm just not. However I feel inside, I'm going to, you know, put it on the outside, definitely.
For you, everybody approaches these things differently. Some people keep everything private and keep it as, you know, as away from the public as possible.
Yes.
Your Instagram has been inspirational and amazing and very helpful, I'm sure, to a lot of people. But you have decided to wear your heart fully in the open. Is that helped you? Is that a good idea?
I don't think I've had much choice, quite frankly, because I think the story was going to come out somehow. It wasn't me that told anybody about it. I was trying to keep it private for as long as I possibly could. Now everybody knows about it. How do I feel? I feel very mixed feelings. It's very peculiar when you walk into a room or a restaurant or into work and you know every single person knows your private business. That's not a nice feeling, obviously. But on the other hand, people come and give you a big cuddle, and also you don't have to keep explaining it because everybody already knows it. I'm trying to look on the bright side, you know, and I've been kind of, you know, people have always wanted to know about me it's been for over 30 years. I've never really known why I'm of any interest, really, but everybody always wants to know what's going on. I suppose my relationship was always fascinating to people. They couldn't work out, you know, he was younger and I was older and we were different and all of this. And so now it's over. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really mind that people know. Now they know, but I was wishing that they wouldn't find out for a long while longer, I suppose.
I mean, if we could, you know, you'd wave a magic wand and take the pain away, and I think everybody feels like that with you. You're always the one that offers great advice, but people must have said things to you. Like, what has anything helped? Has anybody said anything that's kind of not really?
I think it helps when people say that you shouldn't feel foolish for having faith in your own partner.
Yeah.
You shouldn't feel that you've done something stupid because you believed in somebody that you loved. That isn't a ridiculous thing to do.
No.
And so, you know, I have said I feel sad, I feel hurt, which I do, and I've said I feel terribly humiliated. And lots of people have said you shouldn't, because you know you shouldn't. So I think that's quite helpful. That, you know, to believe in your own relationship, you know, isn't stupid.
Well, we've shared this with you for a while now, privately, and we've hugged you as you've been about to go on the telly and do a news review and put your brave face on.
Yeah.
Did this come as a shock for you, or has this been a sudden thing, or was it a gradual something's not right here?
Both, I think, and I bet most people would say the same thing. Terrible shock, and also a kind of gradual thing. Yeah, I think that's often the case, isn't it? It was kind of a mixture of the two, really. You know, I don't really want to dwell on anything, any of the details. I really do want to focus on the future, and I really want to focus on telling myself there is a future.
Which, of course, there is.
Yes,
a very bright, shiny one.
I hope so, but I certainly want there to be, and I think that the great thing is to really gather. I think the best thing is to gather all the love and all the people that you love and all the things that you love and all the places that you love, and just kind of spend time having a good time.
You're giving today.
Yeah,
So what are you doing today?
Well, we're doing a phone-in. It's about broken hearts, really. And I suppose, in a way, if I'm completely honest, and I don't really know any other way to be, I'd love it if people would phone in and tell me how they got over it themselves. If you've been through a horrible
Vanessa
breakup.
Today.
Yeah, help me out. Am I allowed to say that?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take, honestly, any advice I can get from anyone. If anyone wants it from me, blimey, I can dish it out, no problem. But if you've got stuff that you want to tell me, I'd be really grateful to receive it, because I feel as if I'm literally in the eye of the storm at the moment. I haven't got to the bit where you look back on it. I'm right in it. And anything anyone can tell me about getting through it, I would be so grateful, honestly, I really would.
Well, there's 100 hugs waiting for you as soon as you step on the other side of the camera. Like earlier on, Vanessa opened up about her split from fiancé Ben after 16 years together.
Well, we've been inundated with messages from you for Vanessa, and some of these are wonderful, so thank you for your support. We've got Nicole on the line. Hi, Nicole.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
So you went through a breakup as well, didn't you?
Yeah, about 10 years ago.
And a bit of a shock, this one.
It was a massive shock at the time, and I totally understand how Vanessa's feeling, and it's just, it's a nightmare. It's a living nightmare when you're going through it. But I just wanted to say that, you know, without my friends, I wouldn't be where I am now, and they just helped me through so much, got me laughing again, got me on holidays, and just, they were the best. So, you know, I would say reach out to your friends, definitely.
Yeah.
I definitely am, and I've got to say they have been brilliant, and they've reached out to me too, you know, so I haven't had to sort of...
Good.
I haven't really... and you're absolutely right, and the best thing is to have a great laugh, isn't it? To just go and have a laugh, have a few... And I'm not a girl for bevies, that's not really my thing. I've always been a chocolate girl, not really a drinking girl. But I've noticed the last few weeks, I'm like, you do want a Bacardi? Yeah, man, I definitely... Give me another one, yes, please. That helps a bit as well, doesn't it?
Nicole, can I ask you... Sorry.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask you, how long did it take, like, for that pain to subside slightly, for the shock to go away?
I'm not going to lie, it took a good 6 months. It took, but each day it got better. It just got better with time, and it took... one of my friends said it took me 6 months for me to hear me properly laugh again. So, you know, but now I'm just living my best life, and one of my male friends who was in that group of friends, we're now in a solid relationship.
No way.
And we started off as friends with benefits for a year.
Brilliant.
And with Vanessa, it really helped, honestly. It got our confidence back, your confidence back. And now we're together, 10 years committed.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, well, that's what I want to hear. I don't want to hear all these people who say you'll never meet anyone. It's so difficult.
That?
People do this. It's so difficult out there. It's all the dating minefield. I'm like, oh, please don't say that to me. Don't say that to me.
No.
So you're the perfect caller. What a great call. How lovely.
Good.
Thank you so much for ringing. I really appreciate it. Brilliant.
Well done, Nicole. Thank you. Well, you're going to
you.
get some solace here from Janice. Hello, Janice.
Hi there.
Hi, Janice.
Right, so after your breakup, I'm going to read it as you say here, and then you can explain. After my breakup, as a 65-year-old, I went to Ibiza and stayed in a hotel with 5 young men.
What?
That's what you said.
Go on, Janice.
What happened was that I didn't have much money, and someone booked me. A younger person booked me somewhere to go. And they said, it's really nice, it's got a pool, it's all going to be great. And when I got there, and then he said, after he booked it, because I couldn't book it, he said, there's just one thing, you've got to share a room with 5 women. And I said, well, where am I staying? And so he said, you're staying in a thing called a hostel, but it's very nice. I got there at 4:30 in the morning, walked into the hostel, went to the room, opened the door, and I thought, that's not a woman, and that's not a woman. And I thought, oh, my God, I can't believe I'm in this room with 5 young men. Anyway...
But you didn't leave?
It was a nightmare.
You stayed?
It was really scary, actually. I mean, I was very brave to travel on my own. I'd never travelled on my own before, and suddenly I was in a hostel with 5 young men. So So the next thing that happened was they were very kind to me, these young boys, because they just said the next morning, I said, look, I'm so sorry. I have no idea what I'm doing here. I'm completely out of my comfort zone. And would you, and they said, we're going down for breakfast. Do you want to come? What's your name? I said, my name's Janice. He said, well, God, we can't call you that. Can we call you JJ? I said, call me what you like. I have no idea what I'm doing here. And I went with them. After that, I've just spent this amazing time. I stayed, I was going for a week, and I stayed, and I now go to the hostel all the time.
Wow.
I've met so many people at this hostel, and it's led me all over the world because they've invited me to go and stay with them. They're all young.
Isn't it?
What a fabulous story.
Yeah,
Just being a bit brave in the first place.
That is fantastic, Janice. What an absolutely amazing story. That's so great. I just think, come on, adventure. That's what I think. Adventure. Let's have a bit of
we've
adventure.
already got two things now, the party and
the hostel.
Yeah.
I never thought of the hostel, but I'm certainly not saying no. That sounds like a great hostel.
Ticking them all off.
Yeah.
Your options.
Thanks, Janice. Good story.
Thank you, Janice. We've got Lynn on the line. Hi, Lynn.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, good to talk to you. So you've got a story here about revenge, have you?
Oh.
Well, no, not revenge.
Oh.
Yes. Well, one of the things that my friend said to me after, well, I had a long relationship. The first relationship I had was 8 years, and I found out that he was living a double life. He was getting dropped off at a different house every day and picked up from that house, and then obviously coming back to me. And when I literally passed him with a woman in the car, and I was absolutely devastated. I lost 2.5 stone over a period of time. I was absolutely deeply broken. And then I eventually met somebody else. We were together for 14.5 years, and he just changed. I remember I was a bit down, and my doctor saying that people do change, and I was devastated by that. But one of the things that one of my friends said to me was, the best revenge that you can have is to be happy. And that has stuck with me. And now I'm with the partner that I'm with now. I never thought I'd get married again. I did. Took me a very, very, very long time to trust again. And we've been together for 20 years now. And I trust him wholeheartedly. I don't worry when he goes
Music
out.
to my ears. Really, how lovely. I'm so pleased.
Which is lovely. Please tell Vanessa... Please tell Vanessa you say that no man is worth her tears, and the one who is won't make her cry.
Absolutely not. Vanessa, you're surrounded by do things that you wouldn't do. That's what I did. I struggled. I just put myself out there, and I cringed, and I hated it all. But
so is this making you feel a little bit better now?
This is making me feel fantastic. I mean, aren't I the luckiest girl in the entire world to come to work and get actual therapy from wonderful people? I'm the luckiest, aren't I? Thank you to everybody who's called. Of course it makes me feel better, because these are real people with real stories of recovery and discovery and, fun and love. Maybe I'm an absolute glutton for punishment, but I would like to fall in love again. I definitely would. Because I like to have someone to love. Yeah, and I like someone, like the idea of someone to love me too. I like to be... I like that. That was what I was brought up to do, and that's what I would like to do. But I'm sure as Beep going to have a great time anyway. Even if I'm not in love, I'm going to just, I might give lots of love.
We'll take you out.
Thank you. I'd love to come.
It's nice to... the other thing that's nice about all these calls and messages is that sometimes when you're going through something like this, you feel like it's only happening to you in this world. You're like, I'm the only one that's going through this, and you're not.
No, I'm definitely not. I know I'm not. I know, because there's been a real outpouring, and I know I'm not. And also, I certainly don't want to act or seem as if I think I'm any sort of, this is a bigger deal than anyone else.
No, I'm not.
It's only a totally routine, actually bog-standard story. It's really... not at that special. It's my actual heart, that's all.
Which is very special.
Very special. Crack on.
Yeah.
Crack on.
I am.
Yeah.
Going to work this afternoon, as I've done all the way through. Yeah. Going out tonight, Who knows? I might meet someone tonight.
Stay in a hostel.
Struck by lightning, you'll get out there and you'll be able to tell us all next time.
I'll tell you. When it happens, you'll be the first to know.
Yeah.
Oh, we love you. Look after yourself.